Hello, Leo. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This reading today is going to be Where Do You Go From Here? It's a timeless reading that could potentially resonate with you. It may not. So when you come upon this video, if the energies resonate with you, it should happen around that time. If the energies don't resonate, don't make it fit, you may want to consider looking at your moon, rising, and Venus signs. And if those don't resonate, by all means, check out another reader. Come back and check me out another time for a different type of reading, okay? So for Leo, where do they go from here? Leo, where do you go from here? Leo, where do you go from here? Oops, there. You now, Leo, you have the Eight of Swords, so you're feeling stuck. It's in your head. You're not stuck in reality, but it's all in your head. You're feeling bound and tied and stuck. And the opposing obstacle or the cause of this is the Knight of Pentacles. You're very well anchored. And if this is either relationship or work, you've been there. This is your stability. Maybe you've been in a long-term relationship with this person. I'm talking like years and years and years. And you're very stable and comfortable, but you're feeling stuck. Same thing with the company. You could be feeling stuck. You can't move on to a different role, maybe because you've been there too long. If you're starting all over again would require you losing possibly on benefits or your retirement plan or whatever it is. So anyways, having said all that, let's move on to what you have forgotten to respect. You've forgotten to respect your own needs. You have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands in this deck to me is about following the beat of your heart. She's beating a drum, okay, to her beat of her heart, her passion. And essentially you have drifted away from that. You followed the beat of somebody else's drum and not your own, whether that is with work or in a personal relationship. What you need to start expressing is justice, how things have been unfair and most likely for you. You need to communicate that, and you need to maybe start taking action on that. Your options at this time is the Six of Cups. So maybe you need to bring back in the picture how over the years, how things have been and how things have evolved. You know, back in the day when you first started working for this company or when you first started dating this person, you know, there was a lot more of equal give and take. And, you know, with time, and I can see this right now happening even with my own work, companies are squeezing that lemon to the max. Or they're trying to get water out of stones, if you wish. I used to have a much better work-life balance back in the day, like 20 years ago. It's not there anymore. They're asking more and more and more and more. And it could be the same thing in a relationship where there was more equal give and take back in the day. There was more sharing, more caring, but over time things have just, shifted where one is a taker more than giving, right? And I think you need to focus on talking about this, bringing this up to light, bringing this into the light, discussing this honestly. Where will you go from here? You have the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is new love. And I think this is going to be pertaining to self-love. Once you're opened up, you talk about how unfair things have been, okay? That you're disrespecting your own self in this process. You have been, and you want to start having a fair game for you. You need to discuss this change that has occurred over the years for your situation and the relationship that you've had with this person or this company. Because ultimately this is a boy with his dog, right? So, but then once all of that is out in the open and discussed, you're going to essentially have newfound love for yourself. You're going to feel good about yourself. And possibly, you know, you may not feel stuck as much anymore, but it doesn't mean you're changing jobs. It doesn't mean you're changing partners, but at least you're going to feel a lot better emotionally and in your mind, most likely as well. Let's grab some more supporting cards for this. Where do you go from now? Final card. We have the Five of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. Okay, these all came out perfect. Five of Wands is, it's usually in this deck anyways, I see this as internal conflict. You know, there's different colored balloons with different faces on them, and it's all the same looking guy. So I see this as internal conflict. So, you know, this process could also be challenging. And, you know, you're umming and ahhing about this, and you're like, am I doing the right thing kind of situation? Am I saying the right things? Am I doing the right thing? I think you are, because the flow through of these cards is basically turning out to be exceptionally well. You do have the Ten of Swords here, which is putting an end to that betrayal or that hardship. So there's always a dawn rising on the Ten of Swords card, meaning you're putting an end to something, and you know, a new life is starting, or a new horizon is there for you. Let me just push this up. And then we have here the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about having that insight and that plan. You've made the choice. You've actually, you know, you had a couple of keys on this ring of keys that you used to open up your mind. And basically, this is, you picked the right key to open your mind to that possibility and now embark on that new journey, the new path. You can strategize now and now take action on it. And then you have the Hierophant, which is about traditions, and it is also about learning, higher learning. It's also about following, it could be marriage also, associated with marriage, because right after this we have the Two of Cups, which is like a new partnership. So the Hierophant could also be like institutions, right? It could be like a global company. So if this is work-related, I think definitely you possibly will renew your vows, let's say, at work, or you're simply going to embark on a new journey with a new company or a new job. And if it's with a person, the potential of the same person here is that you possibly will renew your vows. You're going to embark on a new path, definitely. That's going to help you to maybe now solidify further the relationship by, like I said, renewing your vows. Or it could be that, yeah, I think it's more that it's not so much that you're leaving someone. I doubt you're leaving someone. But it could also be that you're leaving someone. Then maybe that's what it is. The new love is, the Ace of Cups is a new love situation. And for work, the Ace of Cups could be also a new opportunity for work. Either or, it could work in any event. So take what resonates and how it resonates with you and leave the rest, okay? So what energy do you need to adopt during this transition, Leo, as to where you're going to go from here? What animal energy are you needing to adopt? We have the pufferfish, or called the blowfish. It says to be, oh, I have two cards. Interesting. Okay. So the first card is the pufferfish, or the blowfish. It says, be good and grounded. And to be able to present yourself, to be able to present yourself adequately. And it's also for your, and to preserve your well-being, okay? If you're going to be bullied in any kind of situation here, and I think you have been bullied, okay? And the thing is, it says here that, yes, when these fish are being bullied, they kind of turn to a poisonous. They become toxic. But it does tell you, though, that you do need to also have the courage to defend yourself. And that we see this here clearly with the Justice card and, bringing the facts to the table. Facts to the table, but also talking about your emotions about this. And when you're doing this communication, making sure that you are grounded and that you're ultimately good. Okay? That you're fair. Because you need to remain fair. Although things may not have been so fair for you in the past, you need to remain fair in this context. And then you have the squid energy. And it says, as much as this one is asking you to defend yourself, this card here is telling you that it's time to confront your inner self, your hidden inner self. And hence the reason why you're feeling stuck. You need to maybe unravel what it is, the deeper meaning of that feeling stuck, because really no one is stuck. But you need to maybe understand why it is that you're feeling so stuck. And that is probably the fact that you have not been able to respect your own self with your own desires, your own passions. You've been, like I said, drumming to the beat of somebody else's drum and not your own. But it's asking you to be peaceful with your transition, your communications, while you're doing all of this, okay? I'm going to leave it at that, and now I'm going to ask you to ask a question that requires a yes or no answer. If you need to, pause the video, and for Leo, yes or no answer to their question. For Leo, yes or no answer to their question. All right, so the answer is yes. But meditation brings your answers. Okay, so you're going to need to meditate on this and possibly to be able to, and that's what it says, meditation. When you meditate, you usually ground yourself to Mother Earth and to the universe, to God, whoever your God is, for your well-being, right? So grounding yourself and meditating on the question, so that you'll have the energy and the capability to actually confront your inner self and also to defend yourself when you're going to be communicating about it. All right, I hope you like this, Leo. If it resonated, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.